Hey everybody, this is Paolo from Southern Elements. Today I'm going to be talking to you about visual fault locators, commonly referred to as VFLs. The visual fault locator is used when visually trying to determine a problem with fiber cables or your fiber network. So if you are trying to identify a break or you're trying to identify a strand in multiple strand connections, you will use a VFL to do that. The VFL shines a red laser operating at 650 nanometers, which is visible to the naked eye. Plug that into your fiber strand and see it across the network. And that will help you when determining visually if there's a problem. If you have greater issues like dB loss, you'll want to use a power meter or an OTDR to determine those losses. The VFL will only help you to visually determine any issues on your fiber network. The VFL operates on two modes, a constant beam or an oscillating beam. The port on the VFL is a 2.5 millimeter opening. All visual fault locators work with a 2.5 millimeter opening. That accommodates ST, FC, and SC connectors. If you're trying to work with an LC connector or an MU connector, you will need an adapter. The adapters are specifically designed to work with multi-mode or single mode. So ensure that you can select the right adapter when connecting it to your VFL. I'm going to show you now how to connect your fiber cable. When you connect your fiber cable, you want to ensure it has a snug fit that seats all the way to the end of the connector. When turning on the VFL, you can see here the light passes through the cable and comes to the end of the fiber strand. We can visually determine that the fiber cable is operating. You can even determine if there is a bend that is too severe in your fiber cable. It will escape through the outer jacketing. If you're working with a multi-strand fiber setup, then this will help you determine where your fiber strand is coming out. I'm going to plug this into a duplex cable and we're going to see which strand the fiber light comes out. Here we can see that it's coming out of this strand and we've identified which strand we want to use. If you're working with a break, you can even determine if there's a break in your fiber strand by plugging it directly in. This is an LC connector, we will need an adapter. Here we can see a break in our fiber cable. It's specifically at the connector point, and the VFL has helped us determine that there is a break at this point. Southern Elements sells two different variations of a VFL. We sell a standard VFL that operates on AA batteries, and we sell a rechargeable VFL that can be charged via USB. The standard VFL has a port on the bottom for AA batteries. The AA batteries can be replaced at any time. On the side of the VFL, you have your operating button. If you slide it in the upwards position, it will turn it to constant beam. If you slide it to the bottom position, it will change it to oscillating beam. The middle position will turn the device off. On top of the VFL, we have a dust cap, and the port opening for plugging in your fiber cable is located on the top. The standard VFL comes in multiple power levels. Southern Elements sells a 5 milliwatt, a 10 milliwatt, a 30 milliwatt, a 50 milliwatt, and a 100 milliwatt VFL. The level of output needed will be determined on your operation of use. High level output, like a 30 milliwatt VFL, is better for outdoor use, whereas a 5 milliwatt VFL is better for indoor use. The rechargeable VFL that we sell comes in two variations, a 15 and a 30 milliwatt variation. The rechargeable VFL has a dust cover that's attached to the device, and it has two types of operation. It's got an LED light, which can be powered on here and powered off. It has a VFL function, which can be powered on by pressing the function key and holding it in. It has the ability to increase the output level at 3 stages: a low output, a medium output, and a high output. This can be adjusted by holding down the function key to achieve the higher output level. If you tap the function key, it will change between constant beam and oscillating beam. Tap it again and it will turn off the VFL. In order to see charge level on the VFL, we can look at the side of the VFL and there's a charge level indicator. There is also a port for charging the device. The port is designed for USB-C type cables. You are also able to replace the battery on the rechargeable VFL. There is a replacement port here if you ever need to replace the rechargeable VFL battery. Some tips we can impart to you when trying to extend the life of your VFL are: when using your VFL, ensure that you always use a UPC polished connector. The blue connectors are the UPC polished connectors. We never want to insert a APC connector or the green connectors into our fiber VFL. Reason being is that the APC or angled polish connectors can crack the ceramic tip of the laser. This causes the fiber laser to disperse light incorrectly and not travel down your fiber cable correctly. It's always best practice to use the UPC connector. It's also very important whenever you insert your fiber connector into your VFL not to put angled pressure on your fiber cable or connector. This will cause the ceramic inside the VFL to crack, which will not allow the VFL to line up correctly with your connector. The ceramic in the VFL is a replaceable part. By removing the steel top cap, you can replace the ceramic in the connector. This is something that Southern Elements sells. It's important to note whenever using the standard VFL to always use high quality batteries. Often we see customers who use low quality batteries have leakages or issues with battery acid corroding the bottom of the fiber VFL. When you have corrosion at the bottom of the VFL, it will cause it to seize up and you won't be able to remove the batteries. As a result, it's best practice to remove your VFL batteries whenever you are storing the VFL for long-term use.